This is something we've been doing now.
Years.
Yeah, I've been spearheading this for a long time. Unfortunately, I was supposed to run against Mrs. North Carolina 2 years ago, but COVID got in the way. They had to cancel it.
That's right. We had to do all the. We got a chance to meet her.
Yeah.
I guess at that point, the reigning Mrs. North Carolina.
Mrs. North Carolina came in, and
there was some sort of bizarro challenge you guys had drawn up.
We shot some videos together and everything. We were supposed to run the 5K sort of against each other. You know, she was challenging me and all of that.
That's right.
I remember.
You don't hear a lot of people say this, but you did. Thank God for COVID.
He's right.
That's
just to have that swept off your plate. Not in the macro sense. You know what I mean? No one wants a pandemic.
Yeah.
No one's pro-pandemic.
I don't think I said it on air.
No, that's fact.
No.
You can check any tape, any podcast, any source you want. Never said it.
You're not going to get the.
Not going to trap him.
You're not going to trap me on this. No, I will not be trapped on that kind of statement. Is it possible private? I said, thank God for COVID. Maybe. Am I the only person in the world? Maybe. Anyway, Mrs. North Carolina was in, I want to say, January or February of 2020. We shot some videos and so forth, and the race was scheduled for late March of 2020. That's when we always do it. And I remember she came back in mid-February, maybe even early March, and we had to shoot another quick little thing. So I met Mrs. North Carolina twice, the reigning. Now she's no longer Mrs. North Carolina. And she said, I remember we were sitting here, and she said, do you think we're even going to be able to do this event? And again, I said, God, I hope not.
Did you
out
say
loud?
Out loud? Did he say that out loud?
I did. She said,
He did.
Yeah. She said, I didn't hear you. Well, sure enough, it got canceled along with everything else, So I haven't been out there now in 3 years. And I'm so excited to be out there this year. You run either a 5 or a 10K on a straight runway where the planes land. Okay, they close it down for a couple hours and we go out there. It is for a great cause. It's to raise money for the hungry. And we just saw the forecast, which is for 42 degrees and heavy, heavy winds.
Like north of 20 miles per hour winds.
Correct. 25
on an unprotected tarmac.
Right. They're not even landing any planes.
No.
So the crosswinds will throw the planes off. And we're going to be running in this on Saturday. And I just thought to myself, let me give Biggie a physical challenge.
Okay.
All right? Next year, I want you heading up this event.
Absolutely.
You're
saying yes to life?
Say yes to life. Next year, because
You're passing the torch, Kelly?
I'm passing the torch, the running baton, if you will, because every year I'm given a piece of paper. We have to make remarks. And there are a lot of dignitaries from the airport and from the societies that receive the food.
Real celebrities, i.e. TV people.
A lot of TV people out there, a lot of local TV personalities. And they all have a scripted something to say. It's like a paragraph written for them. And I'm last. And it always says, Chris Kelly says inspiring words. Something inspirational. And I've got to ad-lib something inspirational.
Do you think about it on the drive over?
The first year, it really hit me out of the blue. I was like, well, I don't have anything inspirational.
Now, you have like 20 minutes to think of something.
Yeah, now it's just like, on the way over, it's like, what a great cause.
Here's a thought, and I don't want to, we can certainly pursue the Biggie angle in just a moment, but what if you just started randomly quoting movies?
It's not a bad idea.
Speeches from movies, see if anybody picks up on it, because it's generally early in the morning.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, it is early. And most people are stretching.
Today is our Independence Day.
Yes.
I don't hate this.
It's not a bad idea.
Mostly people are stretching or in the porta-johns. So they
exactly.
Don't,
they don't need your inspiration.
No
offense.
They really don't. Who's this chode out here talking? There's a woman that we work with. She's the woman I've talked about being in meetings with who talks a lot. She's a running mom, and she's doing the 10K out there.
And you're doing
the 5. Mostly so I don't have to be next to her.
I was just going to say yes to life and let you have this, but privately I was going to rip you because I know why you're quote unquote passing the torch.
Let's give the baton.
Yeah.
Let's pass it along.
next generation.
I like how you're dressing this up as I'm bravely passing the torch to you.
There aren't a lot of running movies, are there? There was Chariots of Fire, but that was so long ago. I don't remember any speech. I've only seen it once.
Never saw it.
It's okay.
Is it? Yeah. I should have that music playing, and
Yeah.
let that be the thing.
God, that was everywhere for a time when people were.
It was.
Even in comedy sketches when people were jogging.
Yes.
You'd hear that Chariots of Fire music, but it's really kind of just been almost forgotten.
That is in the movie National Lampoon's Vacation, which was only a year or two later.
Correct.
When they're running toward Wally World.
In the empty park.
Yeah, in the empty parking lot. It's the Chariots of Fire music.
That's right.
Really well used there.
It is. It's effective.
Kind of a comedic effect, yes. So I've passed the torch.
Wow, thank you.
On to Biggie. It's happened. It's
Biggie,
done.
say something inspirational.
Right. I think it'll be great. I think a year from now, I don't know if Mrs. North Carolina is going to be there. I don't know. We haven't this year. That's not been a thing. That's not happened.
What if Mrs. North Carolina has split from the Mr. North Carolina? She's back out there in a year's time. She meets Biggie.
Wow.
They hit it off.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
And Biggie marries a beauty queen.
That would be unbelievable. I think that would be great. I think that'd be really cool if that happened. But anyway,
again, that's a storybook ending.
Of course, that's one of those Hollywood ending things, exactly like you said, exactly right. A couple of updates on some things as well. I was so shocked by this. Is about local TV news as well. I watch a program called the 425 here occasionally, not every day, but a lot of days.
When's it on?
Well, 4 to 5. It's in the afternoon.
Okay.
And there's some. I like the show because there's a little banter back and forth. I know the main host. We do.
You work out with a couple of them.
Yeah, they go to the gym where I go, so I like to watch it. There's at the end of it, they do something called My 2 Cents, where they take 2 minutes and say, here's how I feel about the world, that kind of thing. And
it can be about almost anything. It's like a little video essay.
Right out of their heads. If they want to make it funny, want to make it poignant, want to do something, they can do it about war, or it can be as simple as...
My kids drew me a picture.
Exactly. And a couple of days ago, I saw one from the host. Her name is Stacy Spivey, and she said, all these fashions from when I was young are coming back into play today. Low-rise jeans are back. And she started showing, she's like, everything from the early 2000s is back in vogue. And while I was sitting there watching it, I thought, who cares? I don't, it didn't register with me at all. I thought this is a wasted to my 2 cents. Her 2 cents were like no good, I thought,
Oh, man.
I know. Isn't that terrible?
Judgy.
Totally judgy.
Especially for a man like you who spends 4 hours a day just doing this.
Exactly.
Who cares?
Who am I to judge her and her saying what her 2 cents are, which is when she was in middle school in 2007.
Yeah.
Low-rise jeans were a thing.
Low-rise jeans were a thing. And so
now it was mom jeans last year, right?
Yeah.
Last year, I believe, mom jeans. So
jeans.
what's the current?
Well, the low rise are back now.
Okay.
But I read the article about, so I see that and go, nobody cares about this. Well, guess who cares? America's tattoo artists, because, and I just read this today, since the low rise jeans are back in fashion for women, the tramp stamp back tattoo is now coming back in full force.
The whole new canvas has been exposed.
I didn't realize.
Now that you care about.
As soon as I saw it, it's like, let's take a look here. Maybe Stacy Spivey.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Oh, finally a way I can judge women again.
We got.
Let's see some
tramp stamp.
see some stock photos, shall we?
Showed a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Saw like a leopard running across a woman's
Dolphin's always popular.
Yeah.
The butterfly.
Butterfly.
The tribal thing.
Rainbows, all that tribal.
Whatever that tribal look was.
Yes. And so they had panels of all of them in this article I was reading. What's going on here? It's like 2006 all over again, you know?
I always felt bad for butterflies. Like, that's how you honor me? I'm flying out of your ass. You're so pretty. Put a butterfly right above my ass crack. I love it.
Kelly, is there something you'd like to say to Miss Stacy Spivey?
Apologies from the bottom of my heart. I thought her.
Who cares? You care.
I care. I care. Who cares? I do. When I saw it, I thought, waste of time. I don't care. Now I realize
It's impacted your world.
it has. They said, and I'll tell you, I didn't realize this. I read very deeply into this. The back tattoo, the lower back tattoo, dubbed the tramp stamp, the ass hat, all of those things, basically stopped in 2011. All these tattoo artists were saying, I used to do them all the time starting in about 2003. And in 2011, gone. But nobody got them anymore. Shockingly.
Now, that's one of those things where I would assume that 90% of the people are females getting those, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But we've seen dudes with them,
A few. That's right.
you know, at beaches and water parks.
But mostly women,
Maybe 95% women.
I'd say. But
Yeah.
the tattoo artists were saying, and Nicole Richie got rid of hers. She said she didn't. You know why? Because people started calling it the tramp stamp. So she had it taken off.
1,000%.
She said, I'm
I don't know
not.
whoever came up with that in the first place, but it's become part of the lexicon.
I know.
I mean, it was around, it's especially my age group.
Tramp stamp?
Yeah. I mean, but we called it that then in the mid 2000s, the early to mid 2000s, but people still got them. It was still something.
Yeah.
It was, it became a joke that was every girl you knew got that.
This was a word that we heard earlier this week in the context of a principal
That's right.
calling her students this. But I remember people calling that tattoo an ass hat.
The ass hat. Those were
That's the first time I heard that phrase.
Those are the two things that it was called. And the low-rise jean going out of fashion made the tramp stamp go out of fashion as well. And now that it's back, the tramp stamp is back as well. And the tattoo.
You love nothing more than nostalgia, Kelly.
That's right. And the tattoo artists are saying, I'm starting to give these again. So I say to Stacy Spivey, well done. Well done in turning this over and letting us know what's going on. Thank you. Stacy Spivey.
I was going to mock you, but
Now I'm not.
then you brought me tramp stamps.
Now I am not. Yes. All these tattoos are back. A lot of Y2K things are coming back. Early 2000 fashions are coming back. I don't
know what that means because I don't keep up.
I don't either.
I guess it's just whatever's fashion.
Well, I know, but I don't remember how different clothing was 20 years ago.
I don't either.
I think if you saw the pictures, you'd be like, I remember. Think of how Britney Spears dressed.
So they just Britney Spears, Nicole Richie, Lindsay Lohan. They're talking about crop tops and low-rise jeans. Those are the two things.
Yeah, they do wear a lot of those.
You could show off your back
More skin.
tattoo, more skin. Exactly. It's brought to my attention by a young woman named Stacy Spivey. I want to thank you for that. And instead of mocking you, I should have embraced it and run with it. And now that I know about this tattoo, I have. So there you are. That's.
Well, you learned something.
I did. I learned a couple of things today.